Good evening, everybody. My name is Neil Avery, West Concord High School class of 1986. I'm here to introduce Barry Hargens as the next inductee in the Hall of Fame for Triton. Just wanted to give a shout out to Sharon Gunnis and Laura Gunnis. They were a tremendous influence in my life, and I think about Coach Gunnis, I don't know every day, but all the time. Thanks a lot. I want to thank them personally. I want to talk about Barry. I got to play with Barry. I was a sophomore the year that Barry was a senior, but I did follow in his shadow for many years and followed him and had a tremendous amount of respect for Barry. So it was my honor to be able to submit his name for induction into the Hall of Fame. I'm very happy for Shane and everything she did to get him accepted. So Barry Hargens was this is what I wrote about Barry when I did this, and I'm going to talk about what his son wrote about him next. Barry Hargens was a significant figure in multiple varsity sports programs during his time at West Concord High School, from his freshman year in 1980 to his graduation in 1984. He was a key member of the varsity teams in football, basketball, and track. Known for his athleticism and speed from a young age, Barry was a 4-year starter on the varsity football team. He was a starter in 9th grade, playing defensive safety with Leap in the back. I remember those guys like it was yesterday. His 10th grade year, he moved to starting running back and was a threat both as a back and a receiver. He also had a long range as a field goal kicker, which allowed the Cardinals to win some very close games. His most noteworthy field goal that I remember like it was yesterday was a 38-yarder in the 4th quarter to defeat Pine Island, who was ranked 2nd in the state at the time. He was awarded all-conference designations 2 times in football. He was also a varsity basketball player for 4 years, and he was a starter on the varsity team beginning the end of his freshman year. He started, I think it was the last 3 games. His talents on the court were showcased with his inside game and his accurate outside shooting. He was awarded all-conference designation 2 years in basketball. On the track team, he was known for his speed in the 100-meter dash and was anchored on several sprint relay teams. He won the conference title in the 100-meter dash for the Wasagogi Conference 1 year. He went to the state championships in the sprint medley relay teams his senior year. Barry was a key member of a small group of athletes who were known to put West Concord sports teams on the map over the course of several years. His dedication and athletic talent played a significant role in establishing West Concord as having a powerful sports program throughout the early to mid-1980s. Off the court, Barry was known to be a kind and personable person to underclassmen, treating those who looked up to him with respect and without judging their popularity. He was awarded Homecoming King his senior year and as voted by the entire student body. And again, thinking back, I don't ever remember a time that, as far as from what I saw with Barry and interactions with him, never had a mean thing or this kind of word to say to anybody. And this is going back many, many years. I cannot remember one instance. Additionally, in basketball, he was the all-time leading scorer of West Concord High School. In basketball, he scored 1,242 points. He was nominated, many people don't know this, but he was nominated for Minnesota Mr. Basketball 2 times. He was also a member of the conference championship team he led the Wasagogi Conference in scoring in 1983, his junior year. On track and field, he was a 6-time letterman. He lettered every year he was in high school from 7th grade on up. And his events were the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, 400-meter dash, and the 400-meter relay and shot put. His favorite event was the anchor leg of the 400-meter relay. And then in football, he was a member of 2 conference championship teams in 83 and 84. He played running back, outside linebacker, punter, and kicker, and his favorite position was running back. So Barry did give him a position to give him a little roast. So one of the most memorable times that I had with Barry, that we were together with as a team my sophomore year when he was a senior and I was a sophomore. We were at the city of Goodhue playing Goodhue in an away game. And Barry wasn't feeling too well that night. He was feeling a little sick, as he described it. And he was in the bathroom trying to take some medicine or something to make his stomach to feel better. And I was in there, he wasn't wearing much clothing, but when he was in there, he was looking in the mirror and he saw some jostling in the stall off to the side. Couldn't figure out what it was still in front, couldn't figure it out. All of a sudden he looks over and he discovers that there's a girl in the stall of the bathroom. Didn't know what to do. It's like, what am I going to do? There's a girl in the stall of the bathroom. So he goes out and tells Coach Gunnison, there's a girl in the stall. And then the word starts spreading and starts spreading. And everybody gets louder and louder and louder and starts yelling and screaming and jumping around. What's going on? How are we going to get this girl out of there? Finally, Coach Gunnison tells Dad everybody to calm down, calm down. Everybody got dressed. And very quietly escorted the girl out. I guess this was a very common thing. So my brother Leon Avery said that this happened all the time at Goodyear, because there was a locker room basically for the girls in the boys' locker room as guests, and they would come and go as they pleased. They just walk in while you're getting dressed. It was just the thing that they did there. It was one of my most fondest memories of Barry. So lastly. Let's go to the current day. So Barry is currently a unit leader responsible for 260 employees at Daikin Applied. He actually works with my nephew there, and he works together. It's really cool, kind of two worlds colliding. He started working there a couple years ago. And it was kind of funny when I got a text from my nephew. He says, "Did you know somebody named Barry Hargens?" I go, "Yeah, I know Barry Hargens." And I said, "The guy is an awesome guy. I don't have one bad word to say about him. I've experienced this my entire life, even in adulthood and going back to visit whenever I saw him. It was a positive, awesome experience." So he works there in Faribault, where they make heating, ventilation, and air conditioning equipment. It's a very large company. He's also currently living in the northwest side of Rochester with his wife Evelyn, who's here tonight. And there are two boys, Parker and Keith. And Keith is here tonight. If you want to check it out, Keith is actually wearing Barry's sweater that we used to wear for varsity games. Everybody on the team would wear these sweaters, including myself. I threw mine away. I don't know if you guys still have yours, but it's pretty cool. It used to be white. I guess it's a little tainted. Anyway, Parker, his older son's not here today. He's currently attending DePaul University in Chicago, where he's a senior, double majoring in business administration and marketing. Keith, the youngest son, is currently a 10th grader at John Marshall High School, and he thoroughly loves basketball like his father. I'd like to introduce Barry Hargens.
This is totally awesome. It's a good time, Heather. It's an honor to be up here to, be inducted with you. Great privilege for me. I appreciate that, growing up with you. Leaf, working with you, growing up, it's awesome, totally awesome. Thank you, Neil, for the kind words. It was greatly appreciated. Coming in from LA to say some nice things, that's awesome. I appreciate the time and effort. First of all, I'd like to thank the committee here at Triton. They did an awesome job, didn't they? Last night, they did an awesome job last night getting us together, talking to us, explaining what's going to happen and everything. And then today with the ceremony and all the friends and family that we have here today, it's a great, great program. And it's just totally awesome. I am truly blessed, and for the good Lord, He is totally awesome for me and my family. He has been very good to me. I have a great mom and dad, Maurice Hargens, City Hargens. They've been with me through thick and thin. Can't say it today. But it's awesome. Two great sisters, Tara and Nikki. It's Nikki's 50th birthday today, and I want to wish her a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Nick. I wouldn't trade him for the world, but if the Vikings win the Super Bowl, I might trade him. I don't know yet. No, I won't do that. two awesome boys. Parker, as Neil mentioned, was to look at Paul. He's FaceTiming right now, so hey Parker, how you doing? It's awesome. And my youngest son, Heath, is currently going to John Marshall High School. He's a 10th grader. He has his homecoming tonight, so he's pretty fired up. So you know what we're gonna do probably later on tonight with John Marshall's homecoming. It should be good. I'd like to thank my wife. I've known her now for 21 years. She's been awesome, totally awesome. Putting up with some of my crap. It's a G-rated, I understand. Yeah, it's good, it's good. I remember back when I was in 7th and 8th grade, growing up, and we were undefeated in both football and basketball, and needless to say, we were pretty cocky. It was awesome group of guys. It was just a great adventure to have. Growing up with Leaf, Eric, Heather, totally awesome. Back when we were in 8th grade, basketball games, I believe Leaf will remember this. Before the games, we're all cocky, we had a swagger to us and everything. We used to walk out before games with sweatbands from our wrist all the way up to our elbows. And it was fun. It was a good time. Yes, we were extremely cocky back then. I'd have to tell a little story. It was when I was a 9th grader, getting ready to go to varsity. We have a football game, we scrimmage Zumbrota, and Zumbrota were there. They got a coach over there, Coach Ken Belanger. And obviously, 7th and 8th grade, sports, I was running back. I love running back, it's fun. Once you see the hole, you can dart right through it. And, if you're fortunate enough, you get a big gain, and better yet, a touchdown. It's awesome. Getting up to varsity, my 9th grade year. I still remember this to this day, and I will not forget this. I remember the first couple plays went by, and they called a 27 pitch. A 27 pitch is basically a pitch to the left-hand side of the line, and just run like crazy. Run like crazy, okay? So here we are, we're ready to hike the ball. Pitch goes to Barry, I go to my left. I look up for that hole, didn't see the hole. Next thing you know, I see a shooting linebacker from Zumbrota just drill me in the side of the cheek here, just drop me like a raging doll, just leveled me. And so as I'm getting up, I'm kind of fixing my face mask, kind of regrouping. I walk back to the huddle, and I got my hands on my knees like this, trying to clear my cobwebs out of my head from the hit, because it was such a big time hit. I remember Coach Gunnis coming up and said, "Hey Barry, welcome to varsity football." So, needless to say, I always kept my head down when I tried to run through the line and stuff. So that was a good time. So fast forward it 1 year, same scrimmage. 1 year later, Zumbrota. Now I'm a 10th grader, and I have an awesome offensive lineman in front of me. Dean Loosebrock. I got Dick Loosebrock. I got Jeff Worth. You got the Heindel boys, Mark and Kevin. Backfield, Leaf, Eric, Lance. Robert Chapin, whatever his last name was. He was there also. Awesome offensive line. And I remember the first couple plays again. So I'm kind of having a relapse from the year before with that hit. So I'm thinking, geez, better be a better scrimmage this time. So we get to the line, they call us center screen. And the center screen, what that basically is on the flanker, you just pretend to block. The offensive line pretends to block and lets the defensive line through. You turn around, sure enough, there's the ball. I grab the ball, and I go about 60 yards for a touchdown. As I'm scoring in the last 15 to 20 yards, I'm running and I see a defender coming up kind of at an angle, so I held the ball over the last 15, 20 yards, kind of showing him, kind of taunting him that, hey, I remember last year I'm trying to get even. So when I was done with that, I scored the touchdown, I was walking back, and Ken Belanger, still coaches Zumbrota, pretty much got in my face and said, "Hey, Hargens, that's very unsportsmanlike conduct. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. You should do that." I said, "Ken, hey, you remember last year when that linebacker shot the gap and just drilled me in your lap and had a good old time?" I remember that. So it was all good. It's all fun. It's nice to have memories like that you can talk to your classmates, you can talk to your friends and loved ones with, because those are memories that will last forever. Last but certainly not least, I have a guy that's 3 years older than me, like I would like to give a special thanks to. And that special thanks to is Bob Buck. This guy, I was 8th grade going into 9th grade, and he was a junior going into senior. And for the whole 3 months, twice, sometimes 3 times a week, he would take me to RCTC to help me develop my basketball skills in the programs and stuff like that they have there. It was Summer Basketball League. And I mean, you don't see that nowadays unless it's a family member. When you see a guy, Bob Buck, you know, come 2-3 times a week to take you to play summer basketball with the guys that are high school students, some of them are college students, and everything. And it just helped me advance my skill in the game of basketball. And for that, I do want to thank him. He's a totally awesome guy, and I wish he was here tonight. Last but certainly not least, I wasn't going to do this, but since 3/4 of the 4x100 meter Fat Man's relay is here, I gotta do it. Steve, I had to do it. His arms are in the air over there and everything. I had to do this. What this is it's the Pine Island Relays. It happens once a year, and they get all the guys that are in shot put, all the guys that are in discus, and all the bigger guys. The athletes, the true athletes. There you go, Steve. That's good. And we get together and we run the 4x100 meter relay. Now, that's generally what I usually run is the anchor leg of the 4x100, but I did throw a shot, so I was eligible to do this Fat Man's relay. So it's awesome. You should see these guys when they first start out, when they're running, rolling. It's totally awesome. It's just a fun time to track Steve, Eric, Leaf. It was just an awesome time. So for that, once again, the committee, I thank you so much for this program. Hats off, and God bless.